All right, so lesson 7.3, we're doing 45 and 13 together, starting off with 13. 13 gives you A is 36 degrees. Can you guys please verify that's what it gives you? Mm-hmm. A is 8 and B is 5, correct?
Yes.
All right, so A, B, C, 36 degrees. Side A is 8, side B is 5. Is that, did I label that correctly? Angle A, side B. All right. Angle A, angle B, angle C, little a, little b, little c. And what is given? Angle A is 36 degrees, side A is 8, and side B is 5. All right. Okay. It looks like about the first, was this one that you guys did have to do? Yes? What was that? Yes? Okay. Okay. Does it give you any other information or, oh, this is law of sines?
Fine.
Okay, that's why. I'm sorry. It's freaking out. I thought it was law of cosines. Okay, law of sines. We know we can use law of sines because it's an angle with the side. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, good. So we can do sine of 36 over what? 8 equals, I can't find C because I don't know anything here, so I'm forced to find angle B, which is sine of B over what? 5. You cross multiply and divide. 5 times sine of 36 equals 8 times sine of B. I'm trying to get sine of B by itself, so what do I divide both sides by? 8, gone. 8. This is what you plug in your calculator. After you plug it in your calculator, what do you type in to get angle B? Second sine, second answer. So you plug all that in. You can hit second sine, second answer first if you choose to. Okay, 5 times sine of 36, close your parentheses, divide by 8 equals, and then second sine, second answer, 21.553. Did you guys, anyone else get that?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. 21.553. Do we have enough now to find angle C? Yes? Add that with 36, subtract from 180. Has anybody done that already? No? 122.447, not a 6. I'm going to change that. All right, and then you do the same thing to find side C. So use this original set, sine of 36 over 8 equals sine of 122.447 over side C. Onto this side here, will you be using the inverse key or no inverse key? No inverse, because I'm not looking for an angle, I'm looking for a side. Can you guys finish this solving part off on your own? Cross multiply and divide. All right, while I get ready to do number 45, I'm going to have you guys take out your scientific calculators if you've not taken them out already. If you do need one, you can come on up and grab one. number 45. You will not be able to, on the test or the quiz, they will not give you a picture. So we're going to try to draw without, and how many of you felt like the picture wasn't really helpful anyway? Not that the picture was drawn incorrectly or poorly, it's just when you don't know how to do the problem, it can be a little confusing. Do you agree? All right, so let's see if we can make it up on our own and then see that the picture does make sense and know how to do it on our own. All right. The bearing from the Pine Knob Fire Tower to the Colt Station Fire Tower is north 65 degrees east. Okay, so that's from one tower to another. So if I put, it doesn't matter where you put your first tower, you could just put it with your finger. Northeast would be this way. Do you agree? So I'm going to put my station here so I can draw my northeast. All right, so this first one's going to be whatever first station they talk about. The bearings from the Pine Knob Fire Tower to the Colt Station Fire Tower is north 65 degrees east. Okay, so I draw my north line, which is a vertical line pointing up because it's north. And from here, which way would I swing my pencil? To the right or to the left? To the right, how many degrees? 65. And then it tells us how far, it's a bit bigger. It tells us how far the two stations are from each other. Does anybody remember what it is or read it or have it in front of them? They're how far apart? 30 kilometers. Okay, so far so good? And it says the two towers spot a fire north 80 degrees east from the Pine Knob Station and south 7 degrees east from the Colt Station. All right, from this station I'm going to go northeast. And from this station, I'm going to go southeast. Do you guys agree the fire would be over this way somewhere? Okay. So once again, you want to make sure you know how to do these on your own. Okay. From the Pine Knob to the fire, it's north. There's my north line already. 80 degrees east. Is 80 bigger or smaller than 65? So does it make sense that I'm going to have a bigger angle here? Yes? And it's really close to 90. So there's my north line, and then I open up over how many degrees? Was it 80? All right, keep in mind, this big angle here is the 80. Not this little one at the bottom. The whole angle, the 65 and this unknown angle all together is the 80 degrees. All right, from the Colt Station to the fire is south. Here's my south line. Remember, my arrow goes downward because it's south. What do we know about north and south lines? They are what? Parallel. Good job. You'll need to know that in just a little bit. All right, my south line. And then which way do I scooch over, right or left? How far over? 70 degrees. So the 70 is right in there. It's not the whole angle, it's just from the south line over. They want us to find the distance from both stations to the fire. So I'm going to call this X and this Y. Now, I'm going to read the problem. You take a look at the picture and see if it makes sense. The bearing from the Pine Knob Tower, Fire Tower, to the Colt Station Fire Tower is north 65 degrees east. The two towers are 30 kilometers apart. A fire spotted by rangers in each tower has a bearing of north 80 degrees from Pine Knob and south 70 degrees east from Colt Station. Does the picture make sense? Somewhat? All right. Looking at the book now, because the picture in the book is just like this one, does it make a little more sense? All right. So what I would suggest you do is, when you're at home, take that book problem, cover the picture in the book, and read it and try drawing it on your own. the drawings for you is in the book, so you can check it, or you can look here at this one that we've done. It'll be online, and check it, but keep practicing to make sure that you know how to draw these on your own. Are you good? All right. I'm going to redraw, only because it's going to get kind of messy on the original. Here's my pine knob, here's my cold station, and here's my fire. We know that this is 30, and that's about all I really know so far. Is this angle 65, 80, or neither? How do I find it? Subtract 80 minus 65. Can you do that now? 15. And I was calling this X and this Y. All right, this angle here, is it 70 degrees or not 70 degrees? Not 70 degrees. Does anybody know how to find? Do you agree if I knew this angle, I can add the two together to know what this angle is? Anybody have an idea? Maddie, I thought you were raising your hand. No? Anyone? 65. Is it 65? How?
Since they're parallel, are they like alternate?
Good job. Parallel lines, we talked about that earlier. Are north and south lines always going to be parallel to each other? Yeah, it doesn't matter if one's opening or pointing up and down, they're parallel. She said parallel lines cut by a transversal, alternate interior angles are congruent. Do you guys see the Z shape? Will you need to know that concept on test day, as well as for quizzes? All right, so you just said it's what? 65 degrees. So what do you do with those two numbers? Add them together, and what do you get? 135. We're using law of sines. Do you agree? Okay. In order to find X, what corresponding angle am I going to use? Okay. In order to find Y, what corresponding angle am I going to use? Which means I must be given a set. I know side 30, but do I know this angle here? Do I need it? To do law of sines? To do law of sines, do you need an angle and matching side? So how do I find that angle? Good job. Do that now. Add and subtract from 180. 30 degrees. All right. So now this is the set we're going to use as our main set for the sine. Sine of 30 over 30, those are not always going to come out to be the same, equals, let's do X first. If I'm looking for X first, what am I going to put at the top? Sine of what? All right, I'm not going to work that out yet. I just want to write the other one down really quick. Sine of 30 over 30 again. This time I'm looking for Y. What goes at the top? If I'm looking for Y, what goes at the top?
15.
Sine of 15. And I'll let you guys do those on your own. Cross multiply, divide. Do I need an inverse key on this one? Or no inverse key? No inverse key. I'm not looking for an angle, I'm looking for a side. Does that make sense?